Let's say good night to the church. Welcome to our youth service session. It's good to see all of you tonight. We're going to start at this time and sing together number 20 of Got a Home in Glory Land, the oceans, the sun, way beyond the blue. And we're asking the Lord to remember us. Number 20. Matthew chapter 5 from verse 1 to 16, reading together. Here beginning. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into the mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are they which do hunger. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you, which when men shall rebel you, and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for it is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt hath lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out, and to be trodden under the foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. The city that is set on the hill cannot be hid. neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, which giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Hearing of the word of God, will you see it? As we collect tonight's offering, we are going to sing number 103 from the youth book. From his grace is all complete, he supplieth every need. While I sit and learn at Jesus' feet, I am free, yes, free indeed. It is joy unspeakable and full of glory. Number 103, as we collect the offering. Thank you for your gifts. Will you be seated? As I said before, we welcome all of you for coming out tonight. And we have our special guest this evening with us, Brother Jelani. And I'm going to give him the pleasure of coming and giving you his introduction. But at this time, I want you to put your hands together and welcome Brother Jelani. Jelani, it's over to you. I know you will take your presentation in the format that you want.
Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Okay.
Yeah, clearly everybody went to school sports, right? Uh-huh. Sounds so. Anybody here from St. Michael's? Went to St. Michael's? What? Good. Awesome. Because Colomere right next door. Sorry, I'm just taking a nice little job at the schools. You know, it took a while for St. Michael to really win it. I sure know you had ever seen St. Michael win anything bad. Nah. Springer, you know. Yeah. I actually teach a robotics course at St. Michael's School, and I always joke in the last couple of weeks, I said to them, you sure you only get a lot of imports from other schools? Because I have never known you guys. But, of course, you know they got on me for that. They give me hell for that. But anyway, good night to everybody. My name is Jelani Payne. For those of you who haven't met me a couple of times before, when I came, Mr. Most people call him Lashley, right? You guys can go ahead and put up your presentation whenever you're ready. But a little about me. First of all, my background is in engineering. I spent a while studying it, just about 5 years. And still a bit less than a doctor, I have to stand it up. But after studying engineering, I spent some time in a lot of different fields. I would have worked in the HVAC, right? For the younger ones, the students know. Anyone knows what HVAC is? No? What about the adults? You guys have an idea, right? HVAC? No? Heating, ventilation, air conditioning, normal stuff. Yeah? I'm surprised you don't know. Bail at the back. You keep it quiet. All right. I got you covered. I got you covered. And then I would have went into the marine environment. I would have worked with boats and stuff like that. I love being on the water. I sweat a lot. So being out on the water every day, it was awesome for me. Because the sweating was up to a minimum. On the water, even though the sun is blazing hot, the wind just blowing. You know the nice sea breeze effect because Barbados isn't so big? I love that. I'm just wondering where to face, to press. I'm facing the right way? Yeah, it's on. Uh-oh, engineer malfunction at the back. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. So today's presentation is smart thinking to possibility and opportunity. Smart thinking to possibility and opportunity. The final thing I did guess I didn't mention about myself, I spent a while in the energy field, like renewable energy, stuff like that. That's actually me there in the corner. If you can, to the right-hand side, you can barely see in my baggy pants and my high-vis vest. We were putting up some very tall lighting. I'm a very hardcore engineer. I like the action. You cannot put me behind a desk. You know, that's why you would see me up here doing things like this, speaking to people and, you know, feeling very confident and unafraid about it. Yeah? I'm also a published author. Chanel would have known that. I guess some of you guys would have known that from the times I came here with Brother Lashley and distributed the books and so on. Right, so this is my first book. It's a college survival guide. Chanel actually has 4 of them for the church. Yeah, it's a college survival guide. What it's supposed to do is supposed to assist students who are, let's say, 5th form, 4th form, 6th form, upper and lower 6, and even new tertiary students to handle the college experience. It's a bit different. I'm not telling anyone what to do in the book. In the book, I speak about challenges and how to overcome them. So here's how I did that. By smart thinking. Rather than tell people, hey, if you have problem A, you do this. This is how you solve problem A. That, I don't find that really helped. That only solves one problem, and that's only unique to that particular person. But in the book, what I sought to do was to share with people, hey, you know, there are two ways that you can kind of look at the experience and even apply to life. You can come from it with an open perspective, yeah, where you're very open-minded in your thinking. And with the open perspective, or what I call OP plus in the book, basically all it is, you have to believe that there's at least one solution to any problem. At least one. That's it. If you can find the faith, just as you believe in God, just as you believe in the air you breathe that you can't see, if you can find at least a little faith to believe that there's one way to solve any problem, you're going clear from the start. That's OP plus. That's open perspective. Abundant perspective now was the second thing I shared in the book. And I said, abundant perspective, well, if you can believe there's at least one way to solve any problem, well, what else can you believe? Could you believe there's more than one way to solve a problem? Yeah, as opposed to just one? Because if you can find one way, you don't think you could dig up and search around and find two ways, three? That's the recipe for success, you know, if you think about it. Just don't give up. Technically, if you never give up, you actually haven't lost. The only reason that there was a tie today between St. Michael's School and our foundation, if I recall correctly, with the girls, the only reason, she's like, yeah. The only reason is because sports had to end. If sports didn't have to end right there, they would have been like, all right, look, no. We can't do this. One trophy, we're on the clock. Let me get this trophy for whichever school. My students were in the WhatsApp group actually saying, but Jelani boy, we feel cheated. We want that trophy for ourselves. You don't think we can take the PlayStation, the Xbox up there and do something different and see if we can battle it that way? And I was like, I kind of don't think that athletes would want to do that, having worked so hard and let the fate of an entire school's win or loss, if you call second place a loss, depend on a game? Maybe not. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Still not working again? Anyhow, I know these slides by heart. So basically, I'm also the founder of a company called Think More, Not Less. Yeah? And I guess, given the name of today's session, Smart Thinking for Possibility and Opportunity, you guys can get an idea. That's what I'm about. I'm about thinking more, not less. I'm about how far can I push my brain? How far can I push myself to think outside the box, within the box, all over the place? So for example, I'm thinking to myself, how can I get Commonwealth to win next year? But I can't run. I can't help them. So how can I do that? Right? I'm thinking about it. I've spoke to some of the PE teachers about it. Yeah? But again, smart thinking. But that's my whole spiel. That's my whole shtick. Sorry, import? Oh gosh. No man, we can't win just like St. Michael's School. If I am to win, I would want to win in a different way, in style, class. It's like where it's like there's no doubt. Yeah, we loaned you all the trophy for a while. All right, cool. Anyhow, enough about sports for the moment. So, what Think More Not Less does is we actually provide reading materials, presentations, and workshops for young adults, young professionals. Yeah, in thinking more, not less, or critical thinking. A lot of kind of a buzzword that people use now. And what we focus on is things like studies and education, careers. We focus on workplace issues. Just recently on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, I was dealing with the issue of workplace bullying, something that I know people in here have dealt with. I know you can't tell me you haven't. We have. We know what it is. We've seen it. workplace bullying. And I dealt with it in depth on social media, going into it, because I saw yet again another young person I know having a challenge where they're mistreated. I'm thinking to myself, boy, it's kind of sad, because here young people are, they work so hard. The parents have worked so hard for them to give them that opportunity. And then they go there and people are so not nice. It's crazy. I've experienced some of it. And the thing is our young people, don't mind what you hear on the media. Forget about what you hear on the media. The media is there to sensationalize things, pick out a few aspects of what we see around Barbados. But our young people are awesome. They're brilliant, so smart, so talented, so focused. And when they go into the workforce, they're like, I'm here to achieve this, this, and this, no question. And then they butt up upon people who want to put a spoke in their step. And it's crazy to me. It's like, what? How do you think you're going to get a pension if I am not working long enough to be able to help pay your NIS when you get out? Smart thinking. It's like, I wonder if they think about it. Do they think, well, it's just the money right now? I'm happy to be paid my salary right now. I don't care about anybody else. I find it so lonely in the workforce, but I digress. So those are some of the issues that we deal with. Today's session, though, we're going to be giving out some prizes, right? So that should be exciting for the young people here, and I guess for the adults too who participate. I'm looking for people who actually participate with me. I like to hear what you have to say. And in smart thinking, I want to see you guys push yourself, right? Just a brief outline. Don't need to go through all of that. So let's start here. A picture is worth 1,000 words. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's change that up. Let's say this picture is worth $1,000. To get that $1,000, you need to understand what this picture is saying. Now, for the young people, I'm going to start with you first. I want you to tell me what this picture is saying. I see somebody pointing. What does this picture say? Don't get frightened now. No. Nah, man, I don't bite. Don't get frightened now. What is the picture saying to you? Don't be frightened. It don't make sense being frightened now because you can't do it when you grow older and you want to talk to people and communicate. You can see a man jumping over a cliff. Okay? Is he jumping over a cliff onto another cliff, or is he jumping over to his death? Which one? To his death? You sure? Wow. That leap like it wasn't strong enough. He says maybe not. Okay? Anybody else? Over here? Talk to me. Okay? When you think you'll get more opportunities, fine. Agreed? Go ahead. Smart thinking. He's taking a risk. Interesting. Go ahead. He's moving on to the next stage. I love that. Sorry, final person. He's trying to achieve his goals. All right, good. Now, that's the first layer. Like I said, I'm here to push the brain to think harder, smarter. All right, so at the first level, he's looking to achieve his goals. How is he looking to achieve that? Now, you told me he's looking to achieve his goals. So how is he looking to achieve that? By jumping off a cliff? All right, fine. I suppose that's one way some people achieve their goals. By moving from one stage to a next. That's layer 2. How is he moving from one stage to a next? Again, looking at the picture. By working hard, but it says it right there. How is he moving on from one stage to a next? Yes? Okay, all right. We make thinking very hard, but it's not that hard, you know. There are a lot of simple answers out there. Sometimes we think things are so hard. But you know, I'm a night owl. I like to be up 3 o'clock in the morning. Because you know when everybody else is sleeping, you know how much work I get done? Like, no one is calling. No one is bothering me. Nobody is saying, Jelani, I don't have to deal with none of that. It's just like, and I can think so fluidly, so seamlessly. So, sorry, you were going to respond. By going forward. Well, it says it right there, you know, by smart thinking. By thinking smart, you can achieve your goals, like he said, and move forward, like he said, to possibility and opportunity. Quick question, what happens if he doesn't make that jump? What happens if he doesn't take that risk? Yes? Sorry? He would die. Now, some people may think that that's funny. But what happens when you don't take any risk in your life? What happens when you don't say, let me go and talk to this young lady? I'm not suggesting you do that. What happens if you don't? What happens if you do not put up your hand in class to answer questions from your teacher? What happens? Think about it. What happens? What happens when you don't take that risk?
You're looking at it as though I do try you're not a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not, because I went to one of my sons in Toronto, graduation, and I had a slogan where to ask questions and be a fool for now. Don't ask questions and be a fool for life.
And be a fool for life.
So I always say, well, people is talking about foolish questions, but all questions deserve answers because you ask what you want to know. You will not know it, but it's simple. People ask. You ask, you want to know that. You don't know. So we say, if you try, you actually have failed. If you don't go all the way.
If you've tried, go ahead.
If you just think with it, you just got to talk and know what's going on. You know, it's not that somebody attempt it and fail, and me not fail, and fall off. Because you get on the day and fall through the cracks, but at least
Fair enough.
you can't be a failure because you tried.
Fair enough. Has anyone here ever failed before? I'm going to tell you a brief story. You're all going to find it very funny. When I was studying in Trinidad, I studied mechanical engineering. That was one of the things I studied. One of the types of engineering I studied. I studied 3 types. And in Trinidad, I remember my first year, first semester, I was doing math. And, well, it's called Math 1. It was a prerequisite, or you need to do Math 1 in order to do Math 2. So, I attempted Math 1. There were 2 midterms, right? There were 2 midterms. In my book, I talk about myself and my friend Rusty. That's his nickname on hall, right? That's his nickname for where we were staying. And what's interesting about Math 1 in that first year, first semester, we did 2 midterms. And those 2 midterms, right? If you took my 2 and Rusty's 2, and you add them together, yeah, we still failed math. We still failed math. Now, Rusty went 8C. I went Commonwealth. And people might look at schools and think, but technically, we're not supposed to fail, right? I shouldn't have failed that in. You know? You work so hard to get this far, oh, please. You would come across some of these lecturers yet. Some of these people that have these God complexes and how they deal with students. They think they know everything. They get up there and, you know, I suppose they lecture, barely sometimes. You know, you go and ask them questions, they can't even explain themselves properly. Sometimes it was my fault too. Sometimes I was a bit too lazy to go and ask them questions. Again, you see, fail to ask, you'd be a fool. It happens. Interesting story that. But the reason why I asked if anyone has failed before, how do you feel when you fail? You like it, you don't like it, you're not happy with yourself. Go ahead. What happens when you fail? How do you feel? Sorry? That's the what's gonna turn? Oh, okay, fair enough. You ain't hear him, he said, that's the what's gonna turn. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Downcast. You'll feel bad. Okay. School kind of teaches you not to fail. School literally is, it's our past. There's some changes that need to be made, but for the time being, they don't want you to fail, ever. When you fail, you get penalized, it's a problem, but really and truly, every time you fail, you make yourself, as he said, look like a fool for now, but you learn what not to do. Look at everybody who has ever invented anything. Anything. You look at Elon Musk, that guy who's sending rockets, I mean, here he is trying to do something never done before. He fails so many times. Now, he has billions of dollars. You think he cares? I feel he's just as downcast. In fact, even more so because billions of dollars on the line that he owe people. Come on. So you think we can't push towards success even after we fail? There's nothing wrong with that. What is smart thinking? I want somebody, a brave young person, right, confident, to come up here and be interviewed for 2 minutes. I see you edging. You come in? No? Come. Or you want me to come to you? No? Listen, if I call you up here, you can't be shy, Don't be shy. You come in? Come. This mic is on? Okay. All right. Now, I want to ask you a couple of questions. They're not hard. Which school do you go to? Hildesteen? No, you got to talk. Hildesteen. You live in St. Philip up with me? Really? Okay, well, at least somebody else is willing to travel with me. Great, lovely. All right. How are you enjoying Hildesteen? Good? Okay. What do you want when you move on from Hildesteen? Where do you want to go? Secondary school. You don't know? If I had to give you some options, Harrison's College, Queen's College, Combermere, St. Michael's School, I got to put in St. Michael's School because they went today, Foundation. Right, so those 5, Harrison College, Queen's College, St. Michael's School, Combermere, Foundation. Which would you like to go to? Have you heard anything about these schools before? Come on, I doubt. You're alive. You are alive. You've heard something, somebody, somewhere says something about one of these schools that just got you like, that's kind of interesting. Well, which school? It doesn't even have to be in the list that I just gave you. There's no wrong answers, There's no wrong answers. Foundation. Any particular reason? In general? Just ask it. Sports. All right. Fine. So you go foundation. What do you want to do when you go to foundation? You talk about sports. Sorry? Learn, but nah, man, that's what parents telling you. What do you want to go to foundation for? To run. What else? What do you hope to find at foundation school? What do you hope to see? Who do you hope to meet? Friends? You got to speak into the mic. Friends? Turn around, turn around. You're good, man. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're doing great. Friends. Who family you say in that foundation? You got family at foundation? Yeah? Is that where you want to go there? No? Okay. Let's escalate it a little bit. All right? Let's escalate just a little bit. So you go to foundation, meet some friends, you want to do sports. What type of sports you want to do? You said running. What else? Anything else? Basketball. Anything else? No? Have you ever thought about what you want to do after foundation? No? You ever thought about what you want to do with your life? In terms of, you know, some people say doctor, lawyer, you know, I'm saying engineer, you know, but there's so many things there are to do. Housewife? Shucks, I would love to be a house husband as long as my wife got, you know, a nice car for me to drive. I can. Let me tell you, I clean them toilets nice. Let me tell you, got everything there ready when she come home. Honey, dinner is served. Not a problem. But don't ask me to pay a light bill, let me tell you. It ain't happening. So talk to me. Sorry? A hairdresser. Why do you say so? What made you think of that? Sorry? Sorry? You know the plait. You know the plait right now. Plait is something that you think you might like to do? Yeah? Okay. Cool. As a hairdresser, right? Where do you think you would like to work as a hairdresser? Do you think you'd want to own your own business? You think you'd want to work for somebody else? Sorry? Own your own business. Okay. The reason I'm asking you these questions, cheer up. Cheer up. The reason that I'm asking these questions, the reason why I did this little interview, is to share with you and show you, no matter how young you are, all it is asking questions. That's it. If you care to know about something, you'll find out about it. Now, you said, well, I'm interested in foundation. You weren't sure before, but I bet now, in the car or on the way home, you might probably ask Mom, Mom, what's some of them at the schools again? Where them is? You feel like you'd get there? Cool. And then when you asked about that, then Mom might tell you, well, you know, HC is a really bright school, and these are bright schools, and da-da-da-da-da. And then she'll tell you, well, you'll have to work really hard to get into HC. Now you know what you need to do to get there. You guys follow where I'm going with it? Yeah? Simply asking questions. You know, thank you very much. I didn't mean to make you stand up here this long, but you did a great job. You did a great job. You did a great job. Give her another round of applause. She answered all the questions. It took her some time. She's not smiling right now, but she will soon. You did great. You can go and sit back down. Thank you very much. Shucks, I didn't even ask you your name. Sorry, what is your name? Sorry? Romancia? Ah, nice name. Nice name. Love that name. Alrighty. So, one of the interesting things, right, about asking questions as it relates to smart thinking, don't expect to know anything if you're not willing to find out about anything. One of the things that I see people do on such a regular basis, young people, older folk as well, is at a certain point, they don't want to be bothered with the questions. Let me put myself out there a little bit, a little vulnerability. You know, there are a lot of people who don't like me because I ask so many questions, you know. They don't like it. But Sesame Street said ask questions. It's the best way of finding out something. What you vex at me for? You want to get the foundation? Okay, here's how you do it. You walk into foundation school, you go to the principal, and you ask, hey, how can I get a foundation? Very easy. Very easy. If you're too scared of that, well, you can ask mommy right there. And if mommy does not find out from you, mommy, this can hurt you a little bit. If she does not find out from you on day 1, ask her on day 2. If she don't do it, day 3 and 4 and 5. At some point, she will get tired and she will find out for you what it takes to get into foundation, how to ensure. True? Make sense? Okay. I lose anybody right there at that particular point? Or you understand? You get me? Having finished studied, I have never felt as alive because now I can ask questions. I ain't got these stupid teachers asking me questions all the time anymore. Things that I'm not really interested in. I'm interested in, like I tell you all, I like to be there in the action. I'm interested in, how does that work? Coincidentally, that's why a lot of people don't like me at jobs either. Because I'm not interested in just what I'm doing. What is she doing? That looks interesting. How does that work? Think about a young child when they're between the ages of, you all know the ages, come on, we know them. And they're curious. And they're always asking, but mommy, but daddy. To the point where it gets you tired. But funny enough, you see the point at which it gets you tired, and then you stop, or you might say, boy, just leave me alone for now. But funny enough, that's the point at which knowledge occurs. That's the point where you learn. Go figure. And funny enough, that's the point at which both parent and child learn. Funny enough. It's hard, don't get me wrong, because, you might be in the middle of the bank or something, dealing with money, and they ask you, what's that? But it's so interesting, it's so curious. There's a big world out there that people want to know about. So, smart thinking is asking smart questions and seeking educated answers. Here's what we can look at in terms of seeking educated answers. Okay? Here's what we look at. If you want an educated answer, did your mom go to foundation school? Do you know anybody that went, sorry? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay. Anybody here went to foundation school? Good. Sorry? She has 2 brothers that went there? Yeah? Okay. Awesome. So let me ask you a question. So let me ask this question. Let me switch it up. Anybody knows anybody here that went foundation school? He goes? Okay. Sorry? Celebrating right now? Yeah, man, you can enjoy it. Go along. I remember my days like that. Quick question. How would you find out how to get into, how would you find out about foundation school? She has a son that goes to foundation school. How would you find out? Sorry? Fair enough. But are you frightened to ask her son? Because her son goes there. You're not frightened? Okay then. Problem solved. Simple. Smart thinking. Possibility here. Opportunity created. Introduce you and her son. And now you know what it takes to get into foundation. You know what it's like there. You know what the athletics is like because he's celebrating now. So you know everything about foundation. Done. From someone who went there, or rather is going there. Nice, simple, easy, clean. Go ahead. He's an importee? But not a problem. He did. I understand though. She said she's imported. But he's there. He's there on the ground. He's there. I'm just checking time here. He's there. All right. Anybody knows what this is?
Batman signal. Let me ask a quick question. What does Batman do every single, hold on, every single time at the start of every picture? Usually at the start of every picture, some fire breaks out, somebody's stealing something, Crystal is saying yes. You know Batman too, right? The Dark Knight Rises. I know you know the movies, man. Don't trick me. You know. All right, cool. So here's the thing. After that fire breaks out at the start of the movie, or somebody kills somebody, God forbid, or something happens, something bad happens, what is the next step Batman does? Sorry? Save? Fair enough. Go ahead. He takes the evil down. Say it again, brother. Say it again, louder. Find out who did it. How does he find out who did it? Smart questions. Educated, seeking educated answers. Every single time we watch Batman, he got this big computer that he's checking all the time. You know, investigating. What is this? Remember, Batman has no superpowers. One of the greatest superheroes ever. Zero powers. But what is interesting is he makes up for it by being smarter than Superman, the Flash, and all them other superhero people that know the Flash. All right, then. He's just better. All right. So that's an example of smart thinking. What about a nice example of not so smart thinking? Let's take a look at the gun violence that's going around, or rather the violence in general that's going around, right? In Barbados, amongst some of our young people. Let's just look at it briefly. What's interesting is, I remember there's this young guy that I know, he actually lives overseas. And one time, you know, I caught him smoking some marijuana. I think we had just came back in from, you know, a little excursion or whatever overseas, and we saw him, you know, just smoke and take upstairs, and then he disappeared quickly and stuff like that. But, you know, we saw him. And I was thinking to myself, how do I approach him? Because I can't go and do the typical thing and say, but you ain't supposed to be smoking. Nah. I can't do that. I can't just go and say you're not supposed to be smoking, because that works so well when you tell somebody not to do something, or especially somebody young. Give me a break. That doesn't work. It doesn't work with me. Don't do something, please. What's that again? Let me see what it is. Okay. See? So I approached him and I said, but wait a minute. Partner, how much a bag of marijuana costs you every time you buy one? Don't think I don't know, you know. I hear stories. It's called 5 bags, 10 bags. Come on. We're adults, some of us. And some of the young people know better than the adults. They know what's going on. 5 bag, 10 bag. All right. Let's take $10. And this is 10 US, by the way, every single time. So at $10, let's say he smokes every day. And every day he has to go and buy to smoke. He's not keeping the stash. He's not hoarding the stash. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call you, relax. You understand what I'm saying? Good. Every day, follow with me, easy math, he buys a bag, right? There are 365 days in a year. 10 US multiplied by 365, 3,650 US dollars. US dollars. So he ain't walking away. He's not working anywhere. But yet, you got enough money to throw away not to throw away. Let me get this right. To smoke up into the atmosphere $3,650. It is ridiculous. how are you even going to get it back? I know he had to laugh when we were having the conversation because it was like $3,650, almost $4,000. You haven't. Now we see why people who use drugs start to steal. Now you're on smart thinking. But obviously, if you're going to use drugs, not so smart thinking. The money got to come from somewhere. Now we see how people who have a lot of money, they either overdose because they have so much money they can actually afford to buy it, or they waste all the money buying it. Not so smart thinking to me. That doesn't create any possibility, or, well, it creates the possibility that you might lose your money, or it creates the opportunity for you to go broke and turn foolish, like some people do, but no real opportunity there, no real possibility. It's a stupid risk. What's the point? You're not getting anything in return. No goal has been achieved, right? Did somebody who smokes, are they achieving a goal except to get high? Funny thing is, after you get high the first time, it is never like the first time. Research easily shows that. Funny enough. And what people are chasing is the ability to get high like that first time, but they can't get it back. Interesting. Not so smart thinking. All right. Just 3 questions that I want to introduce the youth to in terms of smart thinking. And here we go. Right? Here we go. Where am I? Where do I want to go? And how do I get there? Where am I? Where do I want to go? And how do I get there? What questions did I ask you again? I asked you before that. What was the first question I asked you? Good. Where am I? What's the second question I asked you? You said it already. You said it already. You said it already. Say again. Pass this down. I said it was giving out prizes. At the back, you could catch. Can't catch a cold. Got the little children laughing at you. All right. Don't worry. I will give out, because I remember those who participated. I asked you, where are you right now? The scheme primary. The second question I asked is, where do you want to go? You said foundation. Even if you don't want to go there in the future, that's a problem. That's all right. Her son won't feel offended. You might want to go to St. Michael's after the sports. Shucks. Me and Chanel, what are you going to come here? But anywho, I digress. Sorry? Somebody said something? No? All right. How do I get there? Right? That's the only question I didn't ask. Because I sense you're getting a bit scared of me. Yeah? Scared being up here. Question 1. So, you're in primary school, secondary school, college, or university, right? Where do you want to go? From there, you might want to graduate. You know, you want to go into a job, career. You might be employed. Sorry, might be unemployed, sorry. These things can happen, right? Question number 2, though, where do you want to go? Where is it that you're looking to go? But, you know, one of these things that I recognize a lot of people get caught up with, what do you think is possible for your life? Possibility here and now. Because remember, in the book, I said there are 2 things that I shared. Open perspective and abundant perspective. I asked you to have just the smallest amount of faith. Just the smallest amount of faith. In terms of open perspective, you have to believe that there's at least one solution to any problem. You have to believe. You have to believe in possibility. You have to believe that there's an opportunity, right? What do you think is possible for your life? Let me ask a quick question. What do you believe is possible for you? Do you believe that you can become the next prime minister? Do you believe that? Yes or no? Truthfully. All right? Good. But why not? Why don't you believe that? You don't want to be. Fine. Anybody in here wants to be a prime minister? You? Okay. You? Fine. What do you want to do? A pediatrician. Okay. Fine. Do you believe it is possible for you to become a pediatrician? Good. When you start from that belief, that possibility, she is going to now go looking for the opportunity to become a pediatrician. She's going to go hunting for it. You know? You know like how the devil goes hunting to get people to sin? She's going, bad analogy, but she's going hunting to find, how can I become a pediatrician? Hunting. Has to go searching. So, still at question 2, where do I want to go? What do I want? Goals. So, if your ultimate goal is to become a pediatrician, where are you right now? Secondary school? Which secondary school? Springer. Oh, too easy. Too easy. All right, fine. After you leave Springer, rephrase the question. What subjects are you doing now to get you to that goal? Science. Okay, great, lovely. What is it that you actually need after leaving Springer to do? You already know what you need to do? What is it? Go to college, okay, fair enough. Go to college and do what? Study what? Chemistry and biology. But you said go to college, okay. You mean BCC? Chemistry and biology. Wait, Springer doesn't have a sixth form? You guys don't do science? Okay. All right. All right. I like that. And then, when you leave BCC, where are you going? To be a pediatrician. But you got to go to medical school, right? Oh, see? I'm not making fun of anybody here at all. This is how I break stuff down. Nice, easy, simple. She wants to get in the foundation, as far as we know for now, until things change, right? Or maybe, shucks, I would have put it in her head now, even though I'm a common Marian, I might have put it in her head to go to foundation from now. Who knows? It might happen. You know why I enjoy the end of a year and the beginning of a new year? I get to look back at what I accomplished during the year. But even more than that, I get to sit there and think about, what are the things that I want to achieve during this year? I have an entire year. I have time. What am I going to do with it? You see, it's different when you're in school, right? A lot of your time is being taken up by school. But then afterwards, it's like, yeah, you go to work, but you can come home and play games all day, all evening, and watch TV. But what about where you want to go from there? Yeah? What about where you want to go from there? I love sitting down and pushing my brain. I spent like a month, like the whole month of like December, just thinking, what do I want to accomplish in 2018, 2019? Another book? Okay, fine. What else you want to do? You've done a book now. You can do something else. Because for me, it's about pushing yourself harder, because I believe, as you said, I can be that you can be a pediatrician. I believe, well, I've already written a book. I can write another one. Maybe I should do something harder. What can I do that is harder? How can I push myself further? How can I give more value? My book gives some value, sure. How can I give more? How can I help my community more? And I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the possibility. Dreams, legacy. Aside from being a pediatrician, do you have any other dreams? Or rather, any other goals? Any other dreams? Something that Is there anything for you that seems unattainable that you might want? Something that is far out of reach that you might want? You might think is not possible? It could be anything. Sorry? You just don't think, what was thing? Sorry? Okay. Olympics maybe? No? Okay. So Olympics would be a dream? Okay, fair enough. Anybody else has any other dreams? What about over here? What about you, brother? What do you want to do? Sorry, not do. Name a dream that you have. Anyone? Olympics, doing track, okay. Short, long distance, track, sorry? Short, okay, fair enough. Short distance. Would it excite you to accomplish that, to get to the Olympics? Yeah? Would you be happy to get, is that something that you would spend years of your life doing? Working hard at it? Why? Sorry? That's your dream, that's your goal. It's just what it is. It's just something. Funny enough, I never spent probably as much time studying when I was in school as I do now. I read so much more now. I'm so interested in the world. I read so much more. It is ridiculous. Back when, I had to read for school, it was like, But now, school is over and it's like, it excites me to find out more, to learn more, to be able to push my brain more, to think more, because in order to think more, not less, I need to know more. I cannot come here and speak to anybody if I do not know enough to speak to you. I'll have nothing to say. I can't go anywhere from there. Final question, how do I get there? How do you get what you want? How do you get to where you want to go? What do you need to do? Now, she knows what she needs to do to get the foundation. She knows what she needs to do to become a pediatrician. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Sorry? Sorry? The next Beyonce. All right, fine. Hold it. That's great. Fine, no problem. This could be a great question for you. Has somebody else achieved what Beyonce has achieved? Yes or no? Well, the answer is yes, because Beyonce has achieved it. Beyonce is where she is. You want to get to where she is. Who is the best person to ask how to get there? Oh, interesting. Are there any books about Beyonce that you know about? No? Look it up. Find out. Because any books about her, any magazines about her, any articles, any news, anything about her might be good for you to know if you want to get there. Make sense? Yeah? All right. So we're winding down now. Now she knows what she needs to, she understands what she needs to know and where she needs to get the information in order to get there. Right? She understands where she can get help. You can go online, you can ask other singers, shucks, why do you even want to be Beyonce? We got Rihanna, and Rihanna's still going strong. Rihanna's younger. Rihanna, I can't tell you if she's achieved more. I'm not that big a music follower, but could Rihanna help you? Yeah? Okay. Now we're going to get into the final phase for today, or rather for this evening. Chanel, how am I doing on time? Am I I'm good on time, or, yeah? Okay. It's a little game to help people with their thinking. Nice, easy, simple game, right? And here's how the game essentially works. Somebody comes up with a goal, all right? Somebody comes up with a goal or a dream that they have. And then they're going to be the first persons, right? They're going to roll this fake die. It is not real. I know we're in church. It's not real. This fake die, right? They're going to roll it like that. Now, if that die, thank you very much, sir. Bring it, yeah. If it lands on a 5 or a 6, by the way, this isn't luck and chance. You will really understand what smart thinking is after you've played the game. If it lands on a 5 or a 6, okay, that goal is achieved by the method that that person stated. So, for example, let's say I want $1 million. And I'm the first person to roll. She says no. And I'm the first person to roll. Okay? Now, before I roll, I have to state how I want to achieve that. 3 questions. 3 questions. Where am I? I don't have $1 million, obviously. I want to achieve that $1 million. And 3, how do I get there? So, before I roll, I must state how I'm going to get to that $1 million. So, for example, for her, she would state, how am I going to get to that pediatrician level? And once that person rolls, if it lands on a 5 or a 6, well, that particular method works. If it doesn't, and it lands on anything else, somebody else, yeah, I see my brother here smiling, somebody else has to come up with another method to help her, because there's really no reason. You get it now. Yeah, I know people get it already. There's no way. She has a son that's going foundation, and you want to go foundation, and y'all in the same church? Easy. Solution, right? Somebody else can help you with that problem. You having a problem getting to be a pediatrician? You might ask Chanel. You might ask me. You might ask anybody else in here. You might be having a problem maybe at that BCC level after you've studied sciences. So that's what the game is about, and that's how we're going to run it. Just briefly, just to end off on a very, very high note. All right? That's where we're going to go. Can you bring back up the slides for just a moment? This is how I use this game to help people practice smart thinking. Practice thinking smarter. Practice doing it. Because don't expect that. You see how she said, oh, I got to go to medical school. Don't expect, if you don't think about it, how do you think you're going to get it if you don't think about it? If it's not in your thoughts, if it's not something that you think about maybe every day, maybe before you go to sleep, maybe when you get up, how else could you ever get it? I know for you, it may be common entrance now, even before foundation. So foundation might require, well, shucks, nowadays, because I see with the recent common entrance, the marks were so high just to get into foundation. 80s and thing. I mean, shucks, I got to come here with what, 70 and something back in the day, Chanel, I mean. But I guess the common entrance was, I don't know, it was harder back, I don't know. But we got some bright students. So you find out exactly what it takes. And when you find out, you can afford to go after it. You can afford to go after it. But you have to practice. You have to practice thinking that way. And don't worry about what you don't have. Don't worry about the fact that you don't think you're smart enough. Right? Don't ever think that. Even a person who is slow, I recognize, boy, shucks. I might not be as smart as someone who has a photographic memory, but here's the kicker. If I spend just a bit more time, or maybe a lot more time, I will eventually know everything they know. It must happen. Even if, look, they could die before me. I don't wish it on them, But even if they do, I still got more time to continue learning everything. Not a problem. You see, we want to go fast, right? But everybody's different, so you got to put in the work somewhere, right? Why did I create a poster for this session? Practice. There is possibility and opportunity. Did I get more people to come out? Did I get people excited? Oh, interested. I said, Mom, you know, look, I can do a poster. And when I showed Mom, she was like, yeah, people can get fired up with that. Who tell you I was a graphic designer? I'm not. I suck. Terrible. You laughing at me. Terrible. But where's the opportunity and the possibility in this? Now, if I ace this here tonight, don't mind that this might not be full. Who cares? Who cares? When the pastor comes and only a handful of people come out, he still preach, right? Or you still want to go back home? Because he does not know who is going to come out that day that might about to be going and kill themselves. He does not know who has a problem. He does not know if you are home studying hard. But yet every time you go back to medical school with the QH, maybe somebody might be unfair in you, at least, or you might think so. Maybe you might have a problem understanding something. The pastor doesn't know that. But he has to come and preach. He doesn't have a choice, because if he doesn't do it, that's the head day. The one time that you needed him. You might not even come to church every Sunday. Who cares? But that's the Sunday that you needed. You needed to hear something that kept you going on toward your goal. You know how many people I know have give up? I give up every day. You know what I call it? Sleep and food. Every day I give up because sometimes it's so hard. It's so hard. I did this presentation. This presentation was done every since. Then I realized I didn't have any pictures. And I said, but shucks, no, you can't talk to people without pictures in your presentation. That upset me. Had to go back and do it. Yeah, but Jelani, this, left and right, the nice guy and the bad guy. But Jelani, man, them people didn't need that. But who tell you that somebody else ain't watching? Opportunity and possibility. Who said that Chanel is not going to talk to people from other churches? But she has friends. Everybody here has friends. Who says that she is not going to talk to her friends? And then her friends, that little one there, who you quiet there, she might enjoy this so much and go and talk to somebody else. How do you know that's not going to happen? All right, partner, I haven't heard you. Give me a dream. Give me a goal. Sorry? One Jelani to another? All right. More power. Yeah. What? All right. Okay, I'm going to gold and blue. All right. I see you. All right. Come up briefly. Come. Name a dream or goal that you have. Sorry, and what? Immediate tech. Oh, Lord, boy. You come to your house, huh? All right. So tell me a goal or a dream that you have. No, it's on. You're good. You're not hearing? On the bottom? There you go. There you go.
To become a professional footballer.
A professional footballer? You got a favorite team?
Yes.
Anybody lose recently? Man United. Okay. Not bad. You want to play for Man United? No. Oh, Lord. Not anymore, he said. I like that one. So who are you moving over to?
Barca, yeah.
Y'all adopt Barcelona, you sellouts. but listen, I'm the last person to talk. Listen, I only find a team that I like. You see, when it's FIFA, right? Or when it's Olympics, that's when I start rooting for people. Other than that, I don't follow nothing. All right, so which team do you want to play for?
Barcelona.
You think it's possible? All right, possibly. You like you're unsure. Do you think it is possible? Yes or no?
Yes.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible for you, sure as you're standing here right now, in your slippers, wearing a common mirror, and this shirt, do you think it's possible for you to get there?
Yes, sir.
Good. How do you intend to get there? Give me one method you intend to get there.
We're going to break connections.
You got to do what?
Connections.
I like that one. My man going to ready politics route, right? My man's serious. All right. Fair enough. All right. So he's going the route of finding connections. So connections, I assume, you're not looking to bury people, right? Okay. I assume he's going to look for people that are in that space, that come scouting, right? And people that can get him to that goal. All right, fine. I'm going to roll the die. Just roll it, toss it. 5. It was successful. Quick question. If developing connections didn't work, how would you have achieved your goal? He would have to go to open tryout. Okay, fine. All right. Anybody else care to try? We're ending right now. I just need at least one. Come in, come through, man. I need at least one more volunteer after you. Let's see how this goes. Man, you load the die. There you go. Right. So hold it. What's your name?
Aluko.
Aluko? Yeah, nice name. Nice name. Romancia, Aluko, okay. All right. We got another gelati boat. All right. Okay, so what it is, what's a dream of yours? Name a dream of yours that you have.
To become an IT analyst.
An IT analyst. You want to work for anybody or you want to work for yourself in terms of like you want to develop a consulting firm? What do you want to do?
I would like to work for someone.
You like to work for someone. Big company.
Yes.
You said IT, what type of IT again? IT analyst. Interesting. IT analyst. That's a big job nowadays, you know. Analyzing data. Right now you find that a lot of retail stores and everybody needs data nowadays and the thing is we put so much data online and out there now. Every time you swipe your card, every time you do anything, so much information is out there about you. It's ridiculous. And people use this data, right, to market to you, to sell things to you. That's their job. Is that something that you'd be interested in? Yeah? Or what type of analytics are you interested in?
Security.
Security. Okay. Well, I can think of a few companies in the U.S. that need you. Gosh. Everybody getting hacked left, right, and center. Shucks. Even the next U.S. elections need you. Truly die. 5. Okay. Quick question. If that had not worked, if that particular method, actually no, he didn't share a method. He didn't share a method. Oh, great, lovely. All this. You didn't share a method. I want you to share a method of how you would achieve that. It don't gotta be special, it can be very normal. Share a method. To get into BCC. Can you name those CXCs? IT, what else?
Math, English.
Math, English. Anything else? You think? No? Sure?
They only have English and IT or this.
Only need math. Okay. So you're looking to get what? 1? Grade 1? Oh, he's smiling. It's possible, he said. It's possible. Okay. All right. So we're rolling for the grade 1 in math, right? That's your method to get in there. Roll. Let me see. Okay? So you get the grade 1 in math. Quick question. If that did not work, if you did not get that grade 1, God forbid, let's say you failed math. I don't want that to happen to you. Suppose you got a 4. What would you do? What would you do?
I did it already. I got fours, but
Ah.
try
Try again.
I get it.
Until you
Get it.
get it.
One.
Until you get the 1. But what's the point of you trying again? You could get another 4. Why did you try again? What was the point?
Because that's what I want to do.
So but the thing is you have to believe there is a somewhat slim possibility of you getting this 1, right? I mean, aside from rolling this die here right now, right? The reality is you have to believe you can get it. If not, you won't have any reason to do it again. So the opportunity is IT analyst, security. And right now, the immediate goal is math, grade 1. All right? So you just achieved it here. You just achieved it here. So what are you going home and do now? You got to back up your word. You get it ready. You can as well do the work now. Make sense? Thanks, Aluko. Anybody else? Final person. Final person. You want to? Somebody? Okay. All right, no problem. 1, 2, come. Come. All right, 1, 2, 3. Largest to tallest. Come this side. Final one. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start with biggest. All right. What is it? What dream do you have? A track star. My man says star, not athlete. Star. You're talking Bolt. All right. I understand, boss. I understand. So, what's your name again? Amari? Okay. Amari, how do you intend to get to be a track star? What are you going to do right now? By training hard. But how hard? That doesn't tell me anything. A lot of people say to train it. How? Do you plan to train every day? How many hours a day? Every other day. How many hours every other day? Sorry? 2 to 3? Let me ask a quick question, right? Do you think that every other day will get you to be track star status? Think about it. You think Bolt used to train every other day? Yeah. You think Phelps, I know Phelps is swimming, but you think he used to train every other day? There you go. So, I want you to tell me, how would you train? Because you want this badly. How would you train? You told me how you currently train, every other day, and how many hours? 1 hour a day? 2 to 3 hours a day. All right, cool. So, how would you actually do it? Track star. With the track star in mind, that's the goal in mind, right? Bearing in mind that everybody else around the world training too. Everybody want to go to the Olympics and see the face on TV. Everybody else want to go there too. So, how would you get there? You're going away from it now. Be specific. The goal is track star. Long or short distance? Short distance, fine. And in terms of short distance, you're going to train how many days? Because you want to be a track star, how many days are you going to train? Okay. Is that enough to you?
No.
Then why are you telling me 4? 5. Is 5 enough? You think 5 is enough? Okay. How many hours? 2 to 3. Is that only in the morning or only in the evening? Are you looking to do both morning and evening?
But
Morning and evening. 2 to 3 hours, morning and evening. Okay. All right. Roll the die. Let's see how you do. Hold on. It didn't work. So it's not enough. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Huh? What else are you going to do? Come up with another method.
be healthier.
Sorry?
Be healthier.
Eat. Whoop.
Healthier.
Eat healthier. Eat healthier. How? I give you one of these just now, right? Yeah. Eat healthier how? Fruits and vegetables. Okay, fine. Are you going to cheat? Are you going to have a cheat day and say, man, I can eat meat today, I can eat a rock cake? You can cheat? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? All right, cool. Roll it down. Let me see how it goes. Sorry? It didn't work again. You guys see where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going with this? He hasn't given up yet. So why should you? Why should any of us? But he has to think smart now because it's like, all right, the first way didn't work. How can I get it now? All right, healthy eating ain't working. Just training hard ain't working. What else you can do now? Let me hear this. You see, that's the whole point of the game because if you don't get that role on the first time, the second time, it forces you to think, how else can I get what I want? How else are you going to get what you want? I'm moving on to somebody else, but you tell me. Tell me now. How else? How else? You see, he has to think now. You don't got a choice. That's what life is. That's what life, you know how many times I get stumped? If you think that in medicine you're not going to get stumped, I'm not scaring you. But you know already. You've heard some of these stories, haven't you? You've heard how hard it is. You've heard the challenges. You know, right? There's a reason that I did engineering and not medicine. Why I'm foolish? Why crazy? What? 7 years? You still thinking? What else would you do? You're not sure? Think about it. Thanks for coming up. Think about it. All right. For you guys, yeah, give them a round of applause. All right. I want you guys to huddle together. All right? Huddle together. And I want you to tell me a dream that you have. Anybody. You guys can decide on it. Come up with a dream that you guys have. All together. A police. Can you get on board with that? No? You don't like that? All right, fine. You come up with something. Sorry? A gymnast. Okay. All right. You got a lot of sports people in here. What about you? A runner. All right. So sports, police. All right. Here's how we're going to run this. She is going to throw for you. All right? You, I want you to tell me how are you going to get to become a police? Don't drop it. I want you to tell me. Turn around. Police don't bat people, man. Listen, I hope one of the methods that you can become a police in there is getting taller here. Because police taller than me, and police taller than you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You can become a police by following the law.
Following the law. Okay. Following the law. All right, fine. Throw. That didn't work. So you're not following the law. All right, fine. No problem. No problem. I want you to tell me how else would you become a police? Your turn. How else would you become a police? Not you. How else would you become a police? You came up with something yet? No? But it makes you think now, doesn't it? It makes you think to yourself, but shucks, that didn't work. You feel bad it didn't work? Yeah? You wanted it to work? Okay. But the thing is, sometimes in life things don't. Asking if you can join. Oh, that's the simplest way that I can think about. Asking if you can join. All right, throw. No, that didn't work. Have you given up? Good. Thank you. Take a seat. Thank you. Take a seat. Thank you. Hasn't given up. Quickly. So you said gymnast. Throw for her. Gymnast. Ah. Oh, actually, no, sorry. She didn't come up with a method. Come up with a method, please. How would you be?
Triathlon successful?
Sorry?
Triathlon successful?
You can't cheat this game. I know you understand. I know you understand. You can't cheat this game, but, okay. Try until successful. I want something specific. I want you to tell me, have you ever watched gymnastics before? You've watched it, you've seen it on TV. Name something that they do that you would have to do to become a gymnast. You're stumped, you're not sure? Sorry? It's cartwheels. You would have to practice cartwheels how often now? Every day. How many times a day? 30? Okay, 30 times a day. Roll for her, please. Oh, Lord. You just threw that badly, didn't you? Try again. She just messing you up, huh? Ah, so it worked. Cartwheels. Cartwheels every day. It worked. Cartwheels every single day. 30 times a day. Morning and evening? Okay, all right. Finally, yourself. And you had said, some of the sports again, I can't remember. Sports, running. All right, fine. Running. How do you intend to achieve, or sorry, exactly what about running you want to achieve? Quickly. Where do you want to go in running? He said he wants to be a track star, right? So what is it you want to do? You want to do long distance, short distance, field events? You want to go to the Olympics? Long distance, where you want to go? Olympics, Carifta Games, which one? Olympics, all right. No small goals. Olympics, forget Carifta, no problem. How do you intend to get there? By training hard. Well, what is training hard? You see, he said training hard too. But what's training hard? You got to hold it up. What's training hard? By training every day. How many times a day? 3 times a day? Okay. 2. All right. Anybody ever watched that Olympics or any Olympics recently, right? Hold on. I'm talking to the adults now. Where they were showing you how Michael Phelps trains and how he eats. Anybody saw how he eats? Did you see how he eats? You saw it? How does he eat? Like a beast, right? I mean, this guy eats pancakes. He eats a lot of bad stuff. But the thing is if he's going to train, he needs the energy because he's putting it out every single day. So, every day, 2 times a day, how many hours? 2 hours a day. Okay, so less than him, not a problem. Fine. All right. So, how are you? That's how you're going to achieve it? Okay. Quick roll. Sorry. Go ahead. So what just happened? What just happened there? What just happened? It didn't work. All right. Can anybody else give her a method that she can achieve this? Go ahead. No, you've been doing this to me the whole night. So we're going to come to some fighting terms. Tell me. Come, I come in. No. Tell me. You're not telling me? You're not telling me? Okay. Anybody else? No, we had you already. Anybody else? By exercising. What types of exercises? So strength exercises. Strength, right? Because you have seen gymnasts before. Gymnasts look tight and fit and strong. Gymnasts are stronger than I am. They have strong what? Upper body strength. Strong, right? Okay. Here we go. So it worked. Give her a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. I believe I may have overstayed my welcome just a little bit, but thank you for being so accommodating. I definitely appreciate it. Well, you don't want another one? That's all right, thanks. I think anybody else didn't get one? Yeah?
Thank you, Brother Jelani. On behalf of Shalem Evangelical Church and the youth department, I'd like to thank you for coming out tonight. And I know the kids would have found tonight's session informative. And would you want Jelani to come back at some point? Yes, please. So I guess Jelani will be available via the social media, Facebook. We have additional funds. So thank you once again. And before he leaves, there are a couple pens and other stuff here. This book, there are a couple copies for the church to read, and they're thinking about doing it in the form of a book reading where they'll be here, and the older kids will probably get a chance to read from the book and look at possibilities and opportunities. So Jelani, could you please come back, and then we'll call some of the others just to get a couple of keepsakes. First we have Romance here. Yeah, Romance here. For doing the interview and being so interactive on the night, so give her a round of applause. Brother Aluko, come up please. Brother Jelani for doing the presentation, and thank you all for coming out tonight. We also invite everyone to come downstairs and have a light refreshment before leaving, so have a good night, and I would like Sister Shalem to dismiss us in prayer tonight, please.
Eternal God and most gracious Father, which art in heaven, we give you thanks, Lord, for this opportunity to be in your house, Lord, to worship your name. We give you thanks, Lord, for young brother Jelani, Lord. I pray that you would touch him, Lord, wherever he go. As he spread his wings, Lord, I pray that he would keep you, Lord Jesus, in his focus, Lord, and I pray that you would, Lord, watch over him, Lord, in everything that he go to do. We give you thanks for this session tonight, Lord, the information, Lord. I pray that you would use it, Lord. All these children, Lord, who have great aspirations. I pray, Lord, that your hand will be upon their lives, Lord, and as they go through this world, Lord, that they would let others know of your goodness and where they have started. I pray, Lord, that as we leave, that you would go with us and that you would bless us this night. In Jesus' name, amen. May the grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the love of God,